This will be for the con assignment, solve triangles, angle bisector theorem. So you can read the write-up if you want, but everything is basically given in the diagram. The only thing you want to remember is that we're going to round to 1 decimal place. So we have our triangles here, and of course we're trying to solve for this question mark right here, and that just represents the length of this side right here, CD. So that's what we're looking to solve. Now in all of these diagrams, you will see that this angle is bisected or cut in half. You can see each angle is represented by the Greek letter theta. So they're basically telling us that this angle here is congruent to this angle here. So that will be in all of these diagrams. Alright, and because this angle is bisected, the sides of each triangle are proportional to each other. So basically, we're going to ignore the side that's shared by both triangles. Okay, so just ignore that side, and we're going to set up 2 fractions. Alright, so for this triangle here, we're going to do 5.6 divided by the question mark. And then on the other fraction, that's this triangle here, we want to set up the proportion the same way. So we're going to do 5.1 divided by 4. Okay, and solving for question mark, you want to cross multiply. So top times bottom, 5.6 times 4. And that's going to equal bottom times top, question mark, times 5.1. Okay, solving for question mark, the opposite of times 5.1 is divided by 5.1. So you want to do the same thing to both sides. And it cancels on the right. And this right here I'm going to do on the calculator. Alright, on the calculator for this right here, I got approximately 4.39. Alright, these squiggly lines mean I rounded off. But just to show you, they said they wanted 1 decimal place. So you look at the second decimal. If it's 5 or more, you round it up. So this 4.3 is going to get rounded up. That will give us 4.4. So that's the final answer. Just enter that in the box. Alright, click in the box and type 4.4. Now, if you want to save a step, you can always make it so the question mark is in the numerator. So I could have gone the other way with the 2 fractions. Just to show you, I could have done the question mark divided by 5.6. And then on the other side, you have to divide the same way. So that would be 4 divided by 5.1. Alright, and then the opposite of dividing by 5.6 would be multiplying both sides by 5.6. So if you did this on the calculator, it cancels right here. If you did this on the calculator, you'd get the same answer, and you wouldn't have to cross multiply. Alright, so again, round to 1 decimal place. And we have this angle here bisected. So those 2 angles are congruent. Okay, we just ignore the side that's shared by both triangles. We set up 2 fractions. Alright, And again, I want my question mark in one of the numerators, so I'm going to do it that way. All right, so let's do the question mark divided by 2.6. And you want to go in the same direction on the other triangle. 6.5 divided by 3.4. Okay, the opposite of dividing by 2.6 is multiplying by 2.6. Okay, so you want to do that on both sides. All right, and over here it cancels. And the 2.6, that's basically a numerator. So we're going to do 6.5 times 2.6 divided by 3.4. So I got approximately 4.97, but I didn't round it off all the way because I wanted to show you. Once again, you look at the second decimal. Okay, if it's 5 or more, this gets rounded up. So the 4.9 is going to be 5.0. Okay, and really you don't need the 0.0. You can just write 5. So click inside the box and just type 5. Alright, so let's do one more. So we can see these angles, they're marked with the same Greek letter, so we know that they are congruent. Alright, and I want my question mark in the numerator. So I'll start with the question mark. And that's divided by 2.5. And make sure you go the same direction on the other triangle. 6.2 divided by 2.7. Alright, the opposite of dividing by 2.5 is multiplying by 2.5. So we do that to both sides. Alright, on the left side it cancels. On the right hand side, this is in the numerator. So 6.2 times 2.5 divided by 2.7. And I got approximately 5.74. And we look at the second decimal. If it's less than 5, we round it down. So we're just going to keep this as 5.7. Alright, so we just don't need the 4. And you enter that in the box. Click inside and type 5.7. Alright, so that's basically it. And in order for this theorem to work, you need to have one of the angles bisected or cut in half. And then you just ignore the side that's shared by both triangles and set up two fractions with the other sides.